Welcome to another Meta Monday, and I just got back from Gencon, and if you didn't know, I managed to be able to top 4 at the Gencon regionals, and here is my prize card. I managed to finish 4th, and top 8 gets this insane char, top 64 get char and the tokens. So there's a token behind this one. I didn't open it yet. I want to keep it sealed and potentially grade it. I don't know, I don't know what I'm doing with it. Sell it, I don't know, I want to keep it. So here, and I got my char playmat, my Xeon playmat right here. Insane. So yeah, I'm ready to share my experience even though I just got back. I want to share what was my matchup and what do I think about the current meta and where we're heading toward. Based on my matchup and what I saw on the playing ground, all the deck that I saw, and what I speculate about the upcoming decks that moving forward to the next regionals, and help you guys to prep what to see and what you should play in your locals and also at the next major event. So before we start, I want to mention that please subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't. About 75% of you guys watching my videos are not subscribed to the channel. So please subscribe, like, and comment what you think about my content and what you would like to see next. And also, I'm launching my guide for the green-blue Londo Bell deck on my Metafy. So if you guys would like to support this channel, you guys can go check it out. You can just subscribe and you don't have to pay anything. But if you want to support, you can purchase it if you want to play the deck. It will be the ultimate guide that will include all the matchups that I play against and all the matchup to expect and how to play the deck, and my latest update about the deck list. So most likely I'm going to be playing Londo Bell as my main deck, and I will also try different decks for locals and NTC. But before we dive into tier list, I also won second place at the Gencon New Type Challenge with the same deck list. I didn't change anything. So I got my Lupus, my Ryusei, and I don't know where's my Isaribi, but I'm gonna open this pack with you guys to see what's inside. I've been excited, very, very excited to open this, but I was catching my flight, so I kind of almost missed my flight by 3 minutes. And I got a Crotchet, and opening the second pack. I think I was supposed to get another participation pack, but I don't know. I got another encounter right here. So yep, I got a Crotchet and an encounter. So let's dive into the Meta Monday. So right here, this is from last week. I didn't move anything yet. I'm gonna move it with you guys. So my prediction was MF was the top tier list right here. I think MF, it's still the best deck. And I saw a lot of players. I think my only loss this weekend has a record of 14-2, and the 2 losses was, one of them was against MF, and the reason why I lost was because I bricked with only 1 pilot, only 1 blue Admiral, and I had, I think, everything to finish the game, but I didn't got a chance to finish it. But as you can see over here, if we scroll down to my X, if you guys didn't follow me on X, please give me a subscribe. I post all my matchup thread on any major event over here, like this over here. So give me a follow if you guys are on X. So if you scroll here, round 5, I only got 1 pilot in the game, and my opponent got, I think, four links with Shining Gundam and Rising Gundam. So I cannot beat that. It's just too strong. So I think MF is still a tier S, only if you have enough rep and you know what you're doing and you know your matchups and you know how to play a combo deck. And that deck is the hardest deck to play this format. I was supposed to play MF, but I didn't play it because I didn't have enough rep. I think that I only had 1 week to prep for it. I play against the deck a lot of times, so that's why I managed to Let me see over here. I play against, not this one. I play against 1, 2, 3. I play against 3 MF this weekend, and I managed to win 2 out of 3. And that's why, like, I feel like I saw all the mistake that my opponent was doing, and most likely I think they would have won the game if they played properly. But it's still a new deck, very hard to pilot, so it still remained at tier S. I don't know if you're gonna play it later on this set, but maybe I will try to get more reps in. But I think Londo Bell should be rough. It should be a rough matchup, but it's also a 50-50 against an average mid pilot. So Londo Bell is still like the most consistent deck, is the best deck. That's why I decided to play Londo Bell for the originals at Gencon. And I think that that's like equivalent of a Master Yi. That's how I call it in Riftbound. If you know Riftbound, then Master Yi is the equivalent, is the best, most consistent deck, and easy to pilot, and also very aggressive, having a mid-range and also having a late game finisher. So it's also a combo deck at the end. If you want to play all the way to late game, if you cannot aggro your opponent, you need to switch gear and go into the late game strategy, which is I will discuss and cover it in my Metafight guide. And I pretty sure mentioned it a little bit in my deck profile that I released on Saturday. So if you guys didn't watch it, you guys can watch to break down the deck list of it. And the third deck last week that I mentioned, it was an S tier deck, and I don't believe that's a S tier deck anymore because it's just very, very rough. That was one of the decks I was supposed to play, and the professor told me to play that deck if I want to counter anti-meta against MF and Londo, but the deck is just not good enough against Londo, so I'll drop it to tier A. And I think the other deck that I didn't mention was the other deck that I lost to in NTC. That was my second loss of the weekend, so my X2, and I lost to purple green. And I will share the matchup because I filmed all my games for NTC this weekend. And that matchup, it's all because of my fault, and I misplayed that one. I played Keira Rigizi on turn 4 or turn 3, and I flipped the card. Was my top deck was Penelope, and I decided to bottom it. And I didn't have a perfect curve for turn 6, and I only run one of Penelope. And just because I bottomed that and my opponent go extremely wide, I had like I think 4 bodies and he only had 3 bodies, and I couldn't clear the body. And if I had the Penelope, I could have just dropped the Penelope, kill one unit, rest the next one, kill another one, rest the next one. And that was just my biggest mistake, and I didn't have a perfect curve for turn 6. I was forced to play a Show Resolve, hoping to get Amro, but I didn't get it. So I had the thing like 1 shield left or 2 shield left, and he just went all in, and I didn't have a base. So he just won like that. But that was my mistake. I misplayed. So whatever, it is what it is. But I think green purple Zazabi is a tier A deck. I don't think it's a tier S deck because that deck lose hard against any ping deck or any other aggro deck. So when your war, just eat it alive. MF, just eat that deck alive. I just don't think that it's good. And I think my stand still remained the same about blue-white Strike Freedom. It's still a tier A. I don't think it's a tier S because I haven't lose to blue-white Strike Freedom yet. I think I won all my matchups, and it's just so hard against a breach deck. So which is blue-green Londo Bell is a breach deck that just gonna run over all your blockers. We don't care about your blockers. So technically, I think I did a mistake over here. I already have a Zazabi here. I'm just gonna bring it back to tier A. And I think the other deck is, so we cannot argue that the first place, the winner of Gencon deck list was a GD04 red white with G-Quox, Neon, Justice, Astron blocker deck. So we cannot deny it. I'm not a big fan of red because I just always brick with red, and I'm not a player that can count on my shield, and that's not my style of playing. I like control, but I like to be controllable outcomes. So red white, it's really not for me. We have a lot of success in our local players that playing red white, but I'm not a red white player. So I think due to the fact that red white won the Gencon regionals, I will put it as a tier S, and I still feel that that's a very good deck. And I think it's not a good matchup for Londo Bell because they're just gonna blow up every single thing on my board. But so far, I didn't lose to any red-white left, so I don't want to jinx it. But I think it's a good matchup. It should be a 50-50 or even like a 55-45 for Londo Bell because Londo Bell is just so consistent. And if I have all my 2 drops on curve into my 3 drops and into my link and my finisher, I think there's way too many pressure for red white to carry. So yep, this is my S tier, and I just feel that this is what I think it is for the Meta Monday, and I don't think that there's anything that I would change to this list right here. And just a quick note that the professor, when I told him that I want to play a rogue deck, purple red, which is my Lupus deck list that he shared with me, I was about to switch last minute on Thursday, and he told me, get out of here. You're just gonna get eat alive with the current meta, and Londo Bell is just gonna eat everything for breakfast, which is what happened. And I won almost all my games, so big shout out to the professor, Bradley. He told me to stick with the deck list, and I've been grinding for that deck for the whole week, and I managed to finish 4th. So I think I'm not gonna complain, and I'm very happy with my result of the weekend, even though I think I could have finished 2nd or 3rd if my tiebreaker didn't lose his last round. But it is what it is. I cannot complain, so I'm very happy. And yep, so this is what my speculation is. I think that we need to test more about Destiny. I'm gonna try to do more build with Strike Freedom. I managed to pick up 3 Strike Freedom AA, and my 3rd and my 4th Strike Freedom AA, and I'm very happy. And big shout out to Kimerson. He's the one who hooked me up with my 3 Strike Freedom, and he hooked me up right here with the extra L Strike SP. So I'm very happy, and he's the one who told me that there was extra slots available at NTC, and just because of him, I was able to secure a Lupus. Top 4 get Lupus and Ryusei, and 1st place get an extra Char. So big shout out. I'm very happy. He deserved it. He watched the video. I'm pretty sure he's gonna see that, and he'll be happy. And I think that's mostly all I'm gonna cover. And my whole experience of Gen Con, I'm gonna release the vlog shortly. So stay tuned, and hope you guys enjoy this Meta Monday. I tried to rush it out as soon as possible. I just got back yesterday. So yep, that's all. Please subscribe, like, and on to the next one.